Hi, my name is Katharina Stanzel.
And my name is Ana Pinto Garcia. In this video, we will be providing you information on how you can collect, organize, and manage your scientific literature. By the end of this video, you will know where to look for appropriate and relevant scientific literature off and online, learn what information is important for organizing your literature, and be introduced to 3 reference management tools. Moreover, we will show you how software can enable you to easily adjust your reference list based on various reference guidelines. And finally, you will understand the advantages of creating and structuring your own scientific library at the beginning of your research process. From the beginning of your PhD process, you should start collecting, organizing, and citing references to help you identify your research gap and methodology, among other things. Depending on the situation, you may need to find out where to access references, which literature is relevant, and how you can organize the literature you come across to avoid chaos, time loss, drawing in literature, or even worse, not being able to find the literature again. The literature search should start from the very beginning of your research process. When you identify the problem you want to address, you should consult different sources to see which available literature already discusses the topic relevant to your work. This process is called the literature review process. This search can be long and tedious, but it's important to find the best sources to situate and address your problem. The literature review process is not only useful to identify gaps in your current knowledge, but it's also a way to help you to identify relevant works in your field of interest and help you avoid trying to reinvent the wheel. A literature review also saves you from wasting time researching something that's already been done, help you to demonstrate the depth of your knowledge about your topic, identify other people working in the same field, allow you to engage with other authors working in your same area, provide you an intellectual context for your work and allow you to position your research in light of other work, help you to identify opposing views, provide you a roadmap to position yourself with an academic debate, and help you to identify information, ideas, and methods that might be relevant to your project. The snowball method is a way of finding literature by using a key document on your subject as a start point. Start by consulting the bibliography in the key document to find other relevant titles on your subject. You can then look at the bibliographies of those publications to find more relevant titles. The advantage of the snowball methods is that you can find a lot of literature about a subject quickly and relatively easily. The disadvantage of this method is that you are searching retrospectively, so each source you find will likely be older than the original source. There are different search engines that you can use depending on the criteria of your literature research. Search engines like Google, Yahoo, or Bing are useful, but not always reliable, because in those search engines you can find sources that are academic, but also many sources that are unverified, partial, and subjective. Still, they can be a good starting point, since you can find great references, great literature, as well as primary sources. And you have free access for these engines. Moving to more reliable online databases for finding literature, there are a number of options. Google Scholar is limited to academic sources and scientific publication, which help you to save time in your search for information. There you will find resources deemed scholarly, including great literature, preprints, books, and reports. It is the academic side of Google, which links to many articles, journals, and databases, some of which you can access freely. Nevertheless, it's possible to find poor quality journals that are not peer-reviewed using Google Scholar. JSTOR is a database that includes journal articles, conference proceedings, and books. There you can find numerous resources which are public domain or open access free of charge. However, some resources available on the site are only accessible by subscribing or logging through an institution. For literature to be included on JSTOR, it must be peer-reviewed. The literature is also structured by academic fields, which make finding subject-specific literature easier. Among its features are filters such as document type, publication date, and language. It is also possible to create citation directly from the site, share documents, and create search alerts based on your keywords. Web of Science is another database very similar to JSTOR. The major difference is that it's only accessible via subscription. It also provides numerous other resources such as Social Science Citation Index, the Science Citation Index, biological abstracts, and the zoological record. Web of Science also has an interesting tool, Analyze Results, that allow you to group and rank records in a result set by extracting data values from a variety of fields. This function lets you find the most prevalent authors in a particular field of study, or generate a list of institutions ranked by record count based on your search query. Another useful tool includes on the site is the citation report, which gives you a quick snapshot of the citation metrics for your research results. Carla and other university libraries include books, journals, online resources, articles, and other items from the EBSCO Discovery Service, which are mainly available in full text. Some of them, however, are not available at the university library and will have to be ordered via interlibrary loan. Access to these databases are limited to university members. The way of searching for literature will vary depending on whether or not you know the reference you are looking for. If you know the reference, you will use the name, the author, and the date. In general, we will recommend that the best search platforms will be those linked to your university library in the first place, or a digital library such as JSTOR or Web of Science.